Okay, welcome back everyone. As you just saw, the first Ranas just found their way into our frozen land. In case it's not clear, this is spawn. This is where I spawn in this world. Somewhere here. First tree I chopped and I left a stump. Just to mark that was the first one. Anyway, so our community of Ranas is going to be growing for the next few episodes. And I've been making some statues here and there to show them the way to a safe place for them to leave. This is supposed to be a frog. I used this photo here as reference to make this, and I kind of adapted to the block palette that I have available in this version. Looks pretty okay. I like the furnaces as the eyes. It kind of looks cute. And yeah, so the sign is pointing them to kind of like the direction that they kind of have to go. Excuse me, sir. Yeah, so this is pointing it to the their home or their settlement. So we go over the bridge there, and a little bit of a walk till we get to our base. Another one of those frog statues right here. And I'm gonna be making another one right outside this area. So as soon as they get to this area here, in between these two big mountains, we enter the desert, or the snowy desert. So let's just expand this a little bit. So there you go. All right. Now they can find their way home. All right. Good luck, guys. So speaking of home, I've got a couple of improvements to our base, and I'm going to show some of the things, some of the new things. Then we're going to move to the main event, the temple that I'm going to be building inside that pyramid that I built on the last episode. I showed this before, but in case you're new here, that is a huge cobblestone mountain that I made using lava and water. I wanted to... There was like a natural mountain here, but I wanted to make this more extreme. And I wanted to separate the lush area from the desert here. So I started to just lava cast this area. I still have to finish on the other side, but this is kind of like a tedious process, so I have to go back to it. This is inside the what I consider the spawn area. Still got the trees. Vastum gelida. That means the frozen waste, which is everything, which is the terrain that we're entering once we cross these mountains here. And that's probably going to be the name of this entire place that I've been working on. So this is the cave that I took in my first few days here in this world, and I been repurposing it, and I set up camp here. So right now we got our pond or cave lake here, and the way to get inside our community, our Rana community, is going through here. So we're frogs, right? We can swim. And there you go. See if there are no mobs here. All right. And then we should arrive here at this location. I've been trying to make this tree grow, but it's been here forever. I don't know if it'll ever grow. Okay, improvement. So first things first, Vector commented on one of the episodes that Rana is actually Spanish for frog, which I guess I knew, but I never made the connection. So, and it does make more sense if I used like Spanish. But also, I decided to go a step further, and I made I made the language that they speak here Latin, because it does feel a lot more ancient and, I don't know, a lot more mystique in a way. We still kind of use Latin these days for, especially like for scientific names and stuff. So I'm gonna keep this as Spanish. Oh, sorry, as Latin. And so I kind of like rewrote everything on the signs. It's gonna be interesting. I'll probably learn a few Latin words. So not too bad. That means a weaponry and toolsmith. Also, by the way, if you do know Latin, let me know if these are correct. I've just been using Google to translate and the Latin dictionary that I found online, but I'm not sure how accurate those things are. Yeah, this is all still the same. Weapons and tools. This is the pig barbecue or pig kitchen. I don't know how it got translated, but this is that's where I keep all of the extra ice that I have here at base. Storage. Here is kind of considered the outside of our underground city. This means a mine to the left, and that's where I went exploring for some iron. And then here we got a nice garden area. That water is actually flowing from the surface, so it's another hidden entrance to our underground base. This path here takes you to the wheat field right here, where sometimes we get some pests. They trample all over my my food, but it's part of the experience. This door will take me back to the garden. This is the infirmary, so if we got any sick people, yeah, they can stay here. I've been trying to make a fireplace, but I'm out of ideas, so. This is plants and herbs, where we store all of the grass and plant stuff, and some mob drops that I've been collecting. I was gonna make an extension here, but I didn't really like where it was going, so I just made this, maybe there was like a cave in, and we're not supposed to go there. And this is the dormitory, or just the houses where some of the Ranas have been living. And this is where I was going to expand, another cave in, and I was going to expand here. Actually, I am expanding, but yeah, this is the thing about this base. It kind of looks cool. I like it now a lot more than before. But the more Ranas that we get in our community, the more we're going to need to expand this. And I've been designing a whole new city that's going to look a lot different from this. And I'm really excited for that. So I'm going to leave this kind of like as is. I might make some tiny improvements here and there, but nothing too big. And this is going to be maybe like the old town or the ruined town, where in the future not a whole lot of mobs will know about this place, and maybe it will become a legend. And we're just gonna leave this here. It's like old ruins. Okay, so let's go outside and start working on our temple. It should be daytime, hopefully. So, as you know, this didn't work, unfortunately. I believe I can see what the problem is, and I will show you what doesn't happen when I flush this with a water bucket. We're gonna do this quickly. This should break all of these snow layers. Pay close attention to the bottom layer here. This one here. See how the water is not actually making the snowballs, which is what it normally happens on the top. So my theory, like I said on the last episode, maybe these are too many snowballs for the game to generate. I believe that's what's happening, and the game just simply doesn't. So I ended up having a lot less snowballs than I should have been getting, which kind of sucks. This took me a long time. But we can still use this, because if you look inside, this looks pretty cool. And it does remind me of like a huge temple. So I'm gonna still use this. So first things first, I'm gonna need a lot of resources because I am out of cobblestone. I think these are the last 7 pieces of cobblestone I have, so let's go to my storage, my temporary storage area. This is the first frog statue I made. That was a test. And behind it, we can access the tiny cave that I took. So I need lots of iron for the tools for future projects. So I'm gonna go get that, and then I'm gonna collect a lot of cobblestone, and then we'll come back here and we're gonna build the interior of our temple. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, so this was a pretty successful mining section, I would say. Leaving here with a little over 2 stacks of iron, plus some gold, and I did end up finding some diamonds, which is nice. Yeah, this cave is pretty cool. There's a bunch of weird holes that you can get to the diamond level pretty easily. So that's why I ended up going for diamonds. But I wasn't really interested in diamonds, actually. I was more looking for some iron. Alright, cool. I made a little area here, because I'll probably come back to this mine in the future. Yeah. And not too far from home, so alright, let's head back. Okay, so the city that I mentioned before that I'm going to be building, it's going to be somewhere here. And the access to the mines will also be in the city area, so I'm not sure exactly where that's going to be, but it's going to be somewhere here. So I'm going to dig down quite a lot. Alright, this is the easy part. It's just cobblestone. So I will collect a bunch of this, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I got about 11 stacks and a little more. That should be enough to get started. So, the temple itself. Gonna be... I want the entrance to be a little above ground. And to access it, you'll have to go through a bridge that I'm gonna extend in that direction there. Ouch. Alright, this is gonna happen a lot, I think. Right, so I think I'm done. And I think this is as much as I can do in this version. I will have to update to 1.1 to get a couple of blocks that they're not available in this version. So I'd say this is like 95% done. I only need a few extra blocks and items. So yeah, the bridge is still incomplete until I connect this to the city. That will be somewhere around here. As you enter the temple, the water there on there. Let's So as you enter the temple, there's not much that you can go. So the people will kind of like stand somewhere here, and here the priest, you know, tell whatever religious story he's telling. And then from here, people, their customs is to throw a snowball. The flowing water there. There's a system that catches, but that's not really important. So we got water here, just in case I need to collect. But also it works for them because I don't know, they can purify themselves by touching the water or something. It's sacred water. The dark pyramid is the opposite of this, so this is kind of like their version of hell or something like that. Because to make this, you need lava, right? And if you remember, lava is what lava is what brought the destruction of the Indev island, which to this religion is kind of like their the creation island for them. You know, this is a bad omen, bad sign, but they still live here to, you know, incite fear in their followers. Like if you follow this religion, because you're also afraid of consequences in case you don't. That kind of thing. Up here is where the priest will stay, and he will just tell them some stories or something. So all the stories he tells, they're not in books, so he's basically just telling, and you kind of have to come here to hear the holy words or whatever. Sorry about my voice, by the way. I think I'm getting a little sick. We got 4 paintings up here just to add a little bit of color, because once you walk in, it kind of like it blends all of the gray, so at least we got a little bit of color here in the back. And here is where, you know, the priest will stay. So he has a bed, he has a pillow, some flowers, his desk, and a fireplace. Which I know that there's a version in alpha where sometimes you can burn, you can put fire on the log, and sometimes that log will burn forever. It will never go out. But I don't think version 1.0.5 you can do that. So for now we got torches, but I will be updating this to 1.1 and then we can do this trick. So he'll have so the priest will have a nice fireplace here for him. Yeah, once we get like bookshelves and everything, we can add a little bit more color to his to their room. I mean, I think that's all I have completed. But I already have some ideas on like their beliefs, and you know, like I will be writing their sacred texts, and then you know, we'll add a lot more of the lore. Oh yeah, I will redo this exterior here, so you know, people, if they don't want to go inside or something, or they live, you know, in the outskirts, they will still have access to the water, so they can do their prayers outside as well by just throwing, you know, a snowball. But I will have to redo the exterior, and since I'm not completely sure what the city will look like, I'm not gonna do anything right now. But yeah, I mean, I think that's all I have to show for this build. It's kind of like it came out of nowhere actually. I wasn't planning to, you know, create a religion for this society, but as this didn't work as it was supposed to, I started having some ideas, and I think it kind of works. You know, I'm trying to tie everything together. Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.